Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Friday, March the 10th, 2023, Friday, March the 10th. Not a cliffhanger Friday. The last minute was good, decent, maybe. Okay, we'll get to that at the end, but let's start off with Sasha still talking to Cody, and Cody tells her that Gladys sold her garage. So Sasha was like upset, and she's like, I didn't even know you knew Gladys. He says, well, I've run across her, and she found out her last name was Corbin, and she said she had a daughter-in-law, and son had a garage, so I put two and two together. And so she goes, who did she sell it to? He goes, I can't tell you that. The only thing, he goes, I'm not getting involved any more than this. The only thing is, talk to Gladys. So Sasha goes over, asks Gladys, text her, where are you? And Gladys says, Metro Court. So Sasha goes to the Metro Court, but before then, Sonny was grilling Gladys. He goes, I want to know what you and Miss Wu, what dealings do you have with her? So Gladys goes, well, if you must know, I sold the garage. And he said, now, I don't have a problem with you selling that garage. But as long as you didn't do it behind Sasha's back, as long as Sasha agreed to it. What kind of person do you take me for? And he goes, Gladys, you didn't answer my question. Did you get Sasha's consent to sell that garage? I am looking out for, oh, she dodged it. Sonny goes, I know how Miss Wu operates. And when it's something she wants, she gets it. Is she pressuring you? Because I can help you. Sonny, no. Everything is fine. Everything's under control. So she walks away. So Dex, Sonny talks to Dex because Dex comes in. Now, mind you, Jocelyn spent the night. She's practically living there. Okay. Now, I happen to know that Sonny was having Dex followed. He has to know. Now, otherwise, Sonny has crappy investigators. I mean, if they didn't tell him this, then Sonny doesn't deserve to be the mob boss, kingpin of Port Charles, right? So anyway, Dex sits down and he talks, boss, can I talk to you? Or Sonny wanted to talk to him, one of the two. And Sonny says, so you been cooking anymore? And he goes, oh, no, I was just, messing around with that, boss. I have a question. Have you lost faith in me? And he goes, why? He goes, because I excluded you from the Pikeman deal? Yeah. I thought that, you wanted me in on that. And he says, look, no, I decided not. He said, I've never worked with these people. I don't know if this deal is going to go south or not. And if it goes south, I don't want to blame you for it going south. So Dex kind of looks at him, right? He said, this way, if it doesn't go right, because I don't know these people that I'm doing business with, then I know you had nothing to do with it. And so Dex is like, but how can I prove myself then? So Sonny says, listen, I plan on rising you in my ranks. I've got other things in mind for you. And Dex looks like, what? And I'm thinking, why does it seem like Sonny is snowing him? Because even I didn't believe that, right? Because these are new people and you're testing my abilities, he would have him on the Pikeman deal. He really would. And have some of his other guys watching him, right? So Sonny says, yep, I've got I see your potential. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take you to the warehouse where Pikeman's shipment will be stored. And so Dex says, well, if you don't want me involved in the deal, then why do you want me why would you want to take me to the warehouse? He said, because I want to see what kind of instincts you have. I want to see, can you spot any potential vulnerabilities? Consider this a test, right? So Dex is like, oh, okay. So Sonny gets up and walks out. Dex follows. So then they're at this warehouse walking in. And guess what? There's a sniper. Now, Sonny goes, do you see any vulnerabilities? So Dex is looking around. He goes, well, you need security cameras here, you blah, blah, blah. And then as he's looking around, he goes, boss, look out. Or Sonny, look out. And he goes to push Sonny, right? But you want to know what, everybody? I watched that scene again. Because, see, it initially seemed like they were aiming for Sonny, right? But what was interesting is from day one, the sniper had Dex as his target. Sonny was never in the target of that. It was Dex. And I thought, was Sonny bringing him there to kill him? Okay. I don't know. I want to hear your comments in comment corner. Did anybody feel that way like I felt that way? I felt Sonny was going to have Dex eliminated. So we get, I ain't going to talk about Drew and Carly. We get Maxie. She's coordinating this nurses ball. She goes barreling over to the Quartermains to get, for one, financial backing, corporate backing, personal backing, and she asked Michael to chair the nurses ball with her. Right? And she's like, in the first, and so finally, and Willow says, Michael, to do so much good for the community, it'd be this, it'd be that. I think you should do it. So Michael finally says yes. And Maxie's so happy, she jumps up. Okay, I'm gonna call you tonight to give you some details, and our first meeting is tomorrow. Now, for me, everybody, one reason Michael should have said no, my wife might be dying, and or just having a bone marrow transplant, and weak and needing me. Now is not the time for me to be co-chairing a nurses ball. I would have respectfully declined, and I would have told Maxie, you do understand what we're going through here, right? Because Maxie should have known not to even ask Michael. That is putting too much on his plate. But okay, he said yes, so she, whatever, right? And then Drew talks to Ned saying, look, I have a way to make this right, to put this family together. Right? We got Valentine shares in play. We could talk Laura into giving them to us. I'm thinking, what makes you think that? Right? And then look, and so Ned goes, oh yeah. So this way you and Michael could try to squeeze me out again. And Drew says, no, Ned, no, for the good of the family. No, I'm gonna step completely out. I'm gonna just run Aurora full time. Okay? You would be in have the major controlling interest. And Ned is like, okay, well, that's music to my ears, huh? I kind of like that, right? See, they're doing all this putting together because Nina's getting ready to bust it apart. Because then they feel like, okay, me and Ned ain't gonna turn this in, but Ned ain't the only one, right? So we now have Nina and Ava. Ava comes to have lunch with her bestie, and they're talking. And she said, yeah, I found out, I overheard Sonny saying blah, blah, blah. They want it to be a secret of how long they've really been seeing each other. And then Olivia says something about, yeah, and her husband wanted to turn him into the SCC. And so, yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out what could that mean? So Ava's like, well, we're smart. We can figure it out. And I thought, well, you know what? Of course you can. Of course you can. It'll be that easy. Absolutely that easy, right? And guess what? Over the course of lunch, they figured it out. Well, howdy doody. They figured it out. And Nina's like, oh, they could both do jail time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead. Dig yourself a ditch. And now, mind you, Ava is egging her on. See, not a one person is saying, because Ava even said, so Sonny knows what Carly doesn't want to come public. That has to really bother you. And so she goes, I don't like any interaction Sonny and Carly might have, but I have to accept the fact that. And I'm thinking, oh, of course, that's what happens when you're with a man who was married to someone and you kept him from him, not telling him who he was, and kept them from him, not telling him he was alive. And now you have the nerve to say, I don't like any interactions he has with her. Oh, there you go, Nina. Well, Nina, you do you. Go ahead. She's going to make that call. It's going to be anonymous, but Sonny's going to figure it out because he heard her talking to the bartender, and he's going to let her have it. You mean to tell me you would send the mother of my child to jail and let Willow find out? See, and then you know what Nina would say? No, but Carly, it's all Carly's fault that I butted my nose in and did that. Carly, no. This is all Nina. All Nina. And she lied to Sonny's face. I love it. Because see, she's going to have to tell some more lies, right? She's going to have to tell some more lies before this is all over. And Sonny's going to finally be done with her. And then here's another little revelation that we found out that we talked about, comment corner. Ladies, and I'm serious, would you want to live at Windermere on Spoon Island all by yourself? The doggone place doesn't have proper security cameras. It doesn't even have a Ring doorbell, okay? The launch is not secure. Anybody can just pop on over, right? Would you, a female alone, want to be there? No. Absolutely not. And where the heck is security? See, at least with Ring, Ava could hear a chime on her phone because you could have a camera at the dock when the ferry launch, whatever you calling it, when the launch docks, Ava could be saying, oh, hold up. The launch is pulling up to Windermere. Let me see who's on that boat. As she's looking at her phone, as she's looking at the app on Ring. Oh, okay. Oh, looky there. Victor's coming. Or somebody get up there and ring the bell. Oh, hold up. Somebody's ringing the bell at Windermere. Oh, who's that? We're in the 21st century. And that place is secure as just a regular open bar. Oh, it's not bar, open barn. I mean, it's not even whatever. So what did she do? She spent the night at Ava's house last night. Because that creepy, I don't want to be at that creepy. Give it back to Spencer. Period. Give it to Spencer. It should have always been Spencer's. Spencer grew up in that house. He absolutely is not afraid to live in that house and would be king in that house. He may even let Victor come live with him. Come on. Because Victor doesn't really control Spencer's mind. But there's no way Ava Jerome should be in that house, period. Not in the least. Okay. So anyway, that pretty much was it. There was nothing else special about General Hospital today. Nothing. So let's go to comment corner because we got quite a few comments and I'm going to breeze right through them. We have Gwendolyn says, I love General Hospital. It keeps me in suspense on the edge of my seat. Tell me who's trying to kill Sonny. And it's a good thing Dex was there to save him. I don't know. Watch that scene again, Gwendolyn. I think Dex was always in the sight of that sniper. I really, really do. Gladys is steadily lying to Sasha about her estate. Gladys thinks thinks the money is hers and the property is too, to do with as she chooses. Can't wait to see what's going on with Victor. Great recap. Oh, one thing I forgot to say, Sasha does let Gladys have it, But do you know Gladys pulled a emotional okey doke on Sasha? Talking about, you don't know how hard it is. I'm having to pay all these bills coming for the garage in the name of Brandon Corbin. And it just hurts me so much. And then the Chamber of Commerce calls to speak to Mr. Brandon Corbin. And my whole thing was, wait, hold up. The garage is not even functioning. Why do you have a phone working there? Gladys, that should have been a lie. First thing you shut down is the phone, because you got your own cell phone. You don't need the phone at the garage. It's closed. So Sasha ended up tearing up as Gladys is tearing up, telling her sob story, and Sasha believed her. Sasha believed every bit of it, but guess what? Gladys's time will be coming. It really will. So Kim says, hi, this is Kim. I don't like Elizabeth. She has a boring storyline. I always liked Laura and Luke. I wish Luke would come back for Laura. They should come up with a storyline for Kevin and Laura. I don't see Kevin anymore. Not too much of Kevin anymore, right? I don't like Nina and Sunny. She's boring. I also miss Jason. I wish he would come back. I don't like Dex. Jason was much better for always helping Sunny out. And Jason was always there for Sunny. Jason never turned against Sunny. I think Michael is a jerk too for threatening Sunny so bad, for treating Sunny so badly. This is because of Carly's doing. Carly was in the wrong for marrying Jason when she thought Sunny was dead. Okay, you know what, Kim? I'm gonna comment on that sentence right there. Why did Carly marry Jason? Why did they get married? That's because Carly was running the organization, but then Jason came back. And pretty much the heads wanted Jason to be the natural progressor, right? Now, the only thing I don't understand is, bottom line, Carly was mob boss. Jason should have just been her enforcer. Just like Jason was Sunny's enforcer. Jason should have been Carly's enforcer. But they wanted Jason. Carly actually wanted Jason to take over, and Jason wanted, that was just the natural progression. He was going to take over. But what could not happen is the five families felt that Carly now was going to be a liability because she knew the inner workings of the mob. She was a mob boss. So Jason was going to have to eliminate Carly. And Jason was not going to kill Carly. The only way to get around that is if Carly was married to Jason, because a wife can't testify against her husband, just like Carly was married to Sunny. So that's why they got married. But then they decided it wasn't just going to be a sham of a marriage, that it would be a real marriage, because they've always cared for each other as best friends, and at some point loved each other. But I mean, before Carly was with Sunny, Carly was with Jason. Okay, she was living with him, right? They were together. So, but then she saw Sunny and, whoa, who's that hunka? That's Carly, right? Let's see, what else do we have? I have so much to say, but I'll wait until Monday. Yep, don't give no spoilers. I love your spoilers very, very much. Thank you. Talk to you Monday. Uh-oh, you must have looked ahead, Kim. Anita says, Brando's garage was paid for by Sunny and given to Brando. Wait until Sunny finds out that Gladys sold the garage behind Sasha's back. I can't wait. Well, Gladys seems to have gotten away with that for now, right? Curtis and Nina deserve each other. Dacia says, Sunny will soon break up with Nina if he finds out Nina turned in Carly. Sunny's gonna dump Nina. Nina's gonna make trouble for everybody. Sheila says, Cameron's dad is not lucky. Did I misspeak? last time when I said Cameron's dad. Hopefully I didn't say Lucky, because I absolutely know Xander was definitely Cameron's dad. I definitely know that. So you all are right. It is Xander, not Lucky. And then Sheila says, I noticed Esme didn't wrap the baby inside the blanket also. However, I chalked it up to her excitement for leaving the hospital with her baby for the first time, and an unexperienced mom. Vivian says, it's Cody mentioned something about the garage being so. Yes, he did. Cody told Sasha. Sheila says, although when we last saw her, she was caught up and carted away to the loony bin. Who are we talking about? I believe it may be Ava's wacky sister, Olivia Jerome, that is behind Austin and his cousin's mob involvement. She may be the one who has Nicholas stashed away. I know we're not throwing away on Olivia Jerome. She was a formidable villainess, or tried to be. Cassia says Curtis was talking about Trina. Oh, Trina's big, beautiful eyes, and wondering if it were his mother's. And I said he's talking about Portia's her big, beautiful. Oh, yeah, he was talking about Trina. Thank you so much, Cassia. Sometimes we gotta say, hey, daily recap lady, what soap were you watching? Hey, hey. Oh my goodness. LaShunta says, oh, and Nina told Curtis to give Trina space. What a joke. She doesn't give Willow none. Didn't Carly ask Sunny for space? I know. LaShunta says, Nina overheard Sunny and Olivia. She can't help herself. Then it blew out. Sunny's going to remember. Gladys doesn't have no business handing over Brando's garage. Curtis and Nina are hypocrites. Sunny's not dumb. He knows Miss Wu didn't buy the garage. Cody messed up. He should have told her. Oh, who bought it? Nah, Cody knew he was, or he shouldn't. Wait, he should have told her. Well, no, he shouldn't have told Sasha who bought it, because Miss Wu wouldn't think nothing of getting rid of Sasha. No. Sasha doesn't need to go up against a mob boss. Let's see. Lucy's so hard-headed, they better hurry up. Then she had a fit when Maxie and Bobby are planning the nurses' ball. They're honoring Epiphany. I said that was a slow acting poison. Oh, that they gave Victor, right? Miss Wu gave Victor on Holly's orders. Ava and Trina have a good relationship. She didn't have one with Kiki, I know. Curtis didn't want to admit to Nina that they were wrong. A secret is a secret, but it's okay. But okay. Now come on now. Annette says, Laura, DNA test, please, on Ace. Remember who his mother is. Alice says, I skipped Sasha and Cody. Sunny is really busy today, walking up on all kinds of folks, including his own girl. Good. Picked up on some of the intel from those loud talkers. And then Lucy said, Perks is the name of the coffee shop in Port Charles. So that's where they're going. They're going to Perks. I thought Perks was an outside coffee shop. I didn't know Perks had that inside area, but Perks is the only other place. Now, Perks is owned by Sunny. Anna Rihanna says, Nina, lying to Sunny. Good luck with your future with Willow. And ever seeing your grandbabies, and seriously telling Curtis not to push Trina. Take your own advice. You two are both ridiculous. Sunny will find out what's happening with Gladys and Miss Wu. Can't do Sasha and Cody. Lucy has never been one of my favorites. She's never been one of mine either. Valentine is going to kill her. That's kind of a joke. And I wouldn't bat an eye. And Victor made me laugh. Oops, yeah, that's going to be good. Something that drug is kicking in. And Michael says the only thing that happened of importance was between Cody and Sasha. Cody mentioned the garage had been sold. Unbeknownst to Sasha, yes, Ava has grown when she found out she was grown when she found out she was a Jerome. Great recap. LaShuns said there will be a tribute to Epiphany Johnson on March 29th. Good. I like that. I really like the fact they're going to do something. They're probably going to do some kind of tribute about her going off to medical school. We'll see what they do. We will see. That's going to be good. And then LaShawn says the nurses' ball will be April the 3rd. And then we have Susan. She says that baby didn't have regular clothes and didn't know where he was going. He knows the hospital, and Spencer and Laura and even Victor holding him. He needs some clothes, some foods, and a lot of love. Lucky is the father of only one of Cameron's brothers. Xander is Cameron's father. Yes, I must have misspoke. I didn't know if Jonathan is coming back as Lucky, still up in the air. Yeah, I kind of saw in one of the soap magazines, they were trying to toy with the fact on Lucky coming back. That is if Emma is coming back as Lulu. You know, everybody, I actually liked the original Lulu. I really, really liked the original Lulu. It took me some time to get used to the new Lulu. To me, the original young lady actress that played Lulu looked more like Laura. You know, so we shall see. I'd like for them to bring her back. Laura would need to give her the lowdown on everything that's been happening when she was in a coma. At least she was safe from the hook killer. Yep. Allie Mills was a great Heather, sure was. LaShawn says Esme Prince is going back to Springwich while she awaits trial. Lucky Spencer is not Cameron's father. He's Aiden's father. Yes, that's true. Leo says, what was the letter that Sasha and Cody didn't pick up in the stables? Well, we found out today it was, oops, guess what? When it's something that's not supposed to be out there, it's always somebody's private DNA test, right? I'm surprised the DNA test from Willow and Nina didn't just fall out of Carly's purse half a dozen times, right? Cody was looking for invoices and shuffling papers, and they fell on the ground, and Sasha helped him pick it up. And the DNA test was one of those papers. That's what that was. And Mac ends up picking it up at the end of the show, because Mac goes by and he's talking to Cody after he left the Quartermains, and they're just chug-a-lugging some beers. And Susan says, if Sonny lets Nasty Nina start digging into Carly's business, we will know that the Sonny we know is totally gone for good. Michael better hurry and marry Willow. If something happens and she goes into a coma, as the mother, Nina would take charge of her medical care, and no telling what she would do. I know, goodness, that's a scary thought. And then Susan says, I got something kind of irritating my throat, y'all. Susan says, and after hearing her ask the bartender about the SEC, she will know if Carly is charged with fraud. It is Nina who ratted her out. Yes, Sonny knows. He would know that. Sonny would suspect Nina right off the bat, and it would be the end of their relationship. I hope Brenda comes back. You know, I never liked Brenda. And then Susan wrote a nice, long recap. Thank you, Susan. Everybody go to the comments and find Susan's written recap. She did a very excellent job. P. Merle says, Nina better check herself. She's the only one who profited off the deal. She might be in trouble with the SEC too. Nah, Nina won't. She didn't know anything about that part. She is such a petty individual. Carly's daughter is just a baby. She would, luck by little Donna. Although, look, last time we saw little Donna's ready to go to elementary school in a heartbeat now. And she should only be 2 years old, right? Maybe 3. No, she should be just going on 3. And they had that girl almost 5. She would send her off to jail over this. Sonny would not be happy. I knew Ned is a PIA. What's a PIA? And if it's profanity, don't type it out. But you guys know I'm not good at those acronyms. PIA. Anyway, but I can't stand him either. His wife's best friend, what a lowlife he's become. Whose wife's best friend? Olivia's best friend is Carly. Oh, you mean like try to get something over on Carly? That is Olivia's best friend. That's right. And that's it for Comment Corner. Comment Corner, right? So everybody, all of the Daily Recap fans, look for your YouTube notifications when we live stream. I've got a few of our regular Daily Recap commenters that have agreed to come on, and we're just going to have just a little bit of fun and talk about General Hospital, get a little history in. So just you'll get a notification tomorrow. It's really going to happen at 11 Pacific time, which is 2, wait a minute, 11 Pacific time, 1 Central time, 2 Eastern time for General Hospital. That's what it is. Excellent, excellent. So we're going to have some fun. You know, it's not going to be long, but it's just kind of like a live recap with some of the Comment Corner folks, and we're just going to have a little fun. So I will see you all tomorrow.